Welcome to Porn Talk with Powerful Eric. End the porn habit. Reclaim your power. Eric Zuzak, aka Powerful Eric, has been in 12-step programs for almost 20 years with little success. Then one day he stumbled on the science of mindfulness to combat addictions. Powerless Eric died and Powerful Eric was born. Learn from Eric's mistakes and get empowered now. Let's join Powerful Eric.
Can I imagine?
That's fucking horrific. And because at the time I didn't want, and this is good to talk about, is I didn't want anybody to know. It was horrible. And then I had to be like, hi mom, I'm going on the Anderson Cooper show, so I'll be in New York. And my husband had sex with lots of hookers. And cool. All right.
Save what you're saying for where we're going here. We are bound by self-imposed and societal chains. Break the chains. Get empowered now. My next guest is my friend Michelle Perra. Michelle has appeared on Anderson Cooper, The Katie Couric Show, and has been featured in Bella Magazine. Help me welcome Michelle Perra. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Great. I'm glad you're here. Can you tell the listening audience a little bit more about yourself and how you got into all this?
Okay, well, I guess the story starts way back when. Craig and I were college sweethearts, and we have been married about 20 years now. We celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But that celebration came from a lot of struggles and challenges and wonderful times and some really terrible times. So Craig has always the mindful habit, our program, our system was really born out of Craig's major challenges. And he likes to say his failures. And I have to agree with that, but I like to talk a little more positive and say his challenges. So really, I guess what had happened, we moved out to California. Craig lost his mind. That was it. He imploded and lost his job, ended up in an inpatient rehab facility. And it was absolutely awful. Wanted to kill himself. He was so depressed and so messed up. And, his addictions, his challenges were really sex, porn, drugs, lots of them, alcohol, not as much, but socially, definitely. So anyway, lost his mind, ends up in an inpatient, has no job. We just moved out to California. I don't work. We have 2 kids, young kids. And my world was just rocked. And I would think that what got me into it, because really I started the whole thing by my blog, which I don't really update anymore. But he was an inpatient, and I went to them. I said, okay, well, what do I do? So they just gave me a pamphlet for Codependence Anonymous. And I was like, are you kidding me? So the assumption that I'm codependent because I'm with an addict really offended me. Not that some people aren't, not that we all don't have some codependent tendencies, right? Because as humans, we really do. And that's reality. But just to label someone because you're with an addict, you are codependent and you are messed up, just really didn't sit with me well.
Yeah.
So I was really frustrated. So then I went out and I researched other ways to help yourself. And then I came up with the trauma model, right? Which was first, I was like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. But as a partner, it just kept me getting stuck in that place of I'm a victim. And that didn't work either. So I decided I wanted to save the world. And I started a blog just to get my voice out there. And it was actually pretty popular at one point, and people would contact me and they wanted help. And they're like, oh my God, your struggles and what you're going through and how you're coming out of it. That's, I'm connecting with that so much. And so it was at that point that Craig kind of wanted to be a life coach. And that was interesting. I was like, okay. And then through my blog, I got contacted by Anderson Cooper, the show, to go on the show. So that's kind of how the whole thing started. And then the Mindful Habit was born from there, and it just got bigger and bigger. And we've just helped a lot of people. And so it's been
I know you've helped a lot of people because I am one of them. I am now a certified mindful habit coach under the mindful habit system. So uh, I can't even put into words. Thank you so much, because I never heard, I mean, I've heard your story, but not in the way you just said it now. So it's got to be, I would imagine it's got to feel really good that you took those lemons and made lemonade, and now have helped thousands of people literally around the globe. How does that feel?
You know, it's really amazing because we were in a really dark place. So just picture this. Okay. So it's my nature to make lemons out of lemonade. I mean, that's just my nature anyway. So it is easier for me, right? Because I'm not codependent. I'll tell you that. I'm not like passive. I take a situation and I figure it out always. But, you know, Craig is having this love affair with somebody else. He loses his job, wants nothing to do with his family. Okay.
Yeah.
We have no money. And I remember the person that we called to get help, and this Craig's counselor was a little different. He wasn't the traditional 12-step. Oh, and also 12-step, Craig's life, 12-step never worked. He was in 12-step counseling therapy, and it never worked. It would help for a little bit, but then it just never worked. And he would always keep going back to his addictive compulsive behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we are in this dark place, and this guy didn't do 12-step, or it was just very it was just different. So I have to drive him an hour and 45 minutes to get him help. Okay. Each way with these young kids. And so we're in this space, and I literally, and I'm just giving the backstory so I can tell you how it feels. I literally was so stressed out. Like my legs were numb. I couldn't feel, like, from my knees down. I was having a real physiological response.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I got bursitis in my arms and my legs. I couldn't move them. I mean, it was just physically a toll. I had 2 young kids. I mean, Craig was literally insane. He wanted to buy a duplex for him, and he was having an affair with a transsexual porn star, and he wanted to buy a duplex, and they were going to live on one side and me and the kids on the other. So that's what I was dealing with. Okay.
Wow.
But mind you, I didn't work. And so I needed him to get on his feet and get a job so then I can go live my life and he could live his. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I guess the story there is when we're driving so far and we learned a lot and we started communicating, right? We just kind of learned a different way and started healing that way. But my point is in that time, I was so stressed out. And then he starts getting better and we're kind of healing. I'm still don't know that I'm 100% staying, but I'm here. We're healing. He's healthy at this point. And then he says to me, I want to be a life coach. And I'm like, oh my God, really? You don't have a job. You don't have to pay our bills. And you want to be a life coach. It's so lovely. And it's so wonderful. But I don't know what to do with that. But then at the same time, what are you going to be, the dream squasher and be like, no, you have to work. And I guess you could, but watching him be miserable in corporate America for so long, because Craig's a little different. He's creative. He's unique. He's amazing at the things when he wants to do something. So what was I going to do? What was I going to say? He's like, I want to help the world. I was so messed up and I did so many awful things. I want to make this right. And I want to help other men keep their marriages, stay married, not leave their kids. So what was I going to say? I was like, okay. So I started my blog because I was frustrated and all this stuff. And then to see where that was and the place we were at and how low we were and how scared I was when he was like, I'm going to be a life coach and I'm going to support us on that.
Man.
To now and where it's built and how many families have been saved by us and how many men Craig is like helping be the best men they can be and the best version of themselves. I mean, it's just like, there honestly is nothing better than to know that you are helping, because that's why I started my blog, to help.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore. I'm not really coaching so much because I run the back end of the business. But to know that little blog started this whole thing it's amazing that how low and dark we could be at the place we are now and be an inspiration for everybody else. It's awesome.
That's incredible. That's an incredible story.
Thanks for listening. If you're struggling with porn or sex addiction, then contact Eric at powerfuleric.com or call 314-717-0377 for a free no-obligation consultation. You are powerful.